Library. Battery level 90%.
Hey there guys, so welcome back to Audiogames tutorial. This is me Wong again, back with another iOS game demo. So today I will be playing a game called Battlefruit. I think it's from
Screen dimmed.
eh,
Recently added. App library. Recently added. Battlefruit.
I think it's from the same developer who made Footpot 1 and 2. So basically what you're doing is you're trying to launch utensils such as spoons, knives, blenders, fork, tongs
Screen dimmed. Doing under Battlefruit.
to sink your opponent fruit. So if you play Battleship in Quintus's Playroom, it's the similar concept with that thing. So the fruit so it's a board game.
Discord. Now.
It's a board game where
Silent mode.
it
App
is
library. Search field.
into, well, it actually depends because the higher level you get, the bigger the board is. So the fruit will arrange on a board and you have to try to launch your utensil and find
Screen
them and
dimmed.
attack them.
Social.
So
Instagram.
so
Recently.
let's go.
WhatsApp. Battlefruit. Doing Battlefruit. Well, Battlefruit. Settings. Button.
So here we are in the game.
Help. Button.
Settings, help,
Multiplayer. Button.
Yeah, you can do multiplayer here.
Play Battlefruit. Button. Play.
Battlefruit. So play Battlefruit is play with the computer. Play multiplayer is this self-explanatory. Yeah.
Settings. Button.
Let's
Window.
get settings.
Med. Off. Sound of. Selected. Settings. Music volume. Selected. Off. Button.
This
1
is
of
for
4.
music volume.
Low. Button. Med. Button. High. Button. 4. Med. Sound effects volume. Off. Low. Med. Selected. High. Button. Color scheme. Navy. Button. 1. Selected. Pastel. Contrast. Dark. Vibration. Selected. On. Button. Dark. Button. 4 of 4. Contrast. Button. Select. Navy. Selected. Pastel. Vibrate. Off. Bigger buttons. On. Button. 1 of 2. Selected. Off. Your avatar name. White banana.
Okay, this is your avatar name.
Change your avatar. iCloud saved game. For current game is the best. Button. Current game is the best. Button.
I don't know what this is.
Close. Button.
So let's just close.
Settings. Button. Help. Button.
So let's look at
Window.
the help section.
Help. Tutorial. You are Chef 1 and your mission is to catch all the fruits to make a delicious smoothie before Chef 2 does. The fruits are on a gridded board divided into cells and you are blindfolded so you can't see Chef 2 fruits. Players take turns firing kitchen utensils. By selecting a grid coordinate to attempt to hit the opponent's fruits. Fruits have different shapes and sizes and cover different amounts of cells. When you hit all the cells of the fruit, you sink the fruit.
Yeah.
Each utensil works slightly different. The fork reaches one cell and tells you if you hit a fruit or miss.
So the fork will attack your current cell. So for example, if you attack from B2, and it will only throw in B2 because it's just attack that current cell that you selected.
The knife cuts 3 cells in a line, in the best direction the IA finds.
So the knife can sometimes goes a straight perfect line, or it can cut diagonally. It depends. Like if there is fruit, for example, if you cut from H8 and there is a fruit on I9. Oh, sorry. If you cut from B2 and there is a fruit on C3, and the knife will go diagonally to cut the fruit from at C3.
Screen the spoon aims at one cell but, by stirring, tells you how many hits are around it. The spoon aims at one cell but, by stirring, tells you how many hits are around it.
Okay, so spoon, so in case, this spoon case, it basically attack one cell, like if there any food there on, for example, if you launch on B2 and there's a food on B2, you will hit only B2, but it will scan the surrounding, like it will scan B1, A1, C1, C2, B2, and C3,
Screen dim.
C3, and A3.
Star the blender spans 3 by 3 cells around the selected cell.
And it's the same like spoon. However, spoon is just for scanning, but blender is attacking directly at 9 cells.
Star the tongue catches the whole fruit, no matter how big, only if you don't miss.
So a tongue, it's for capture the entire fruit. So let's say like you hit one fruit and you know and you are sure, oh, this will be the place to catch all the fruit. Okay, let's launch tongue, and it will capture the fruit. How, I mean, not matter how, doesn't matter how big it is.
The game board is not always squared. It might have different shapes. Besides the fruits, on some levels, you will find ice cubes. When a chef hits an ice cube, he will be frozen on the next turn and won't be able to fire. Before the first turn, the fruits are sorted randomly on the board. You can select shake to shuffle the fruits' positions. The chef who catches all the fruits first wins the game. The more kitchen utensils you have left at the end and the more fruits has your opponent yet to catch, the more stars you'll get. The kitchen drawer is the place where you will find the utensils gifted or purchased. You will find it in the upper right corner when you play against the machine in recipe 10 and above. You can add the utensils during the game and thus improve your scores. Every 12 hours, by opening the game you will receive new utensils. You can also add more by buying them in the store, accessed from the drawer.
Yeah, so you can buy utensils. You don't really have to buy it, like because every games they already provide some. So like if that provider is too hard, if the one they provided is too hard, you can of course buy some if you have money, or wait for the gift it's not every 12 hours. Like for example, if you launch the game at, I mean, if you close the game at 12 p.m.
Screen dim.
you have to wait for 12 a.m. and open again, then you will get the gift.
You will find the 2 game boards. Your fruits are on the lower board. Chef's 2 fruits are hidden on the upper one. You have to find them aiming your arsenal to the upper board. Board cells are labeled with a letter indicating the row, and a number indicating the column. You can hover over the cells of the boards and locate the hits, the misses, and the fruits or the utensils that you can fire on this cell. There's a back button on the top left and a label on the right of the boards with a list of the caught or still hidden fruits. Between the boards you will find an informative label. There's a back button on the...
So I think this is cover all, so I'm gonna try
Help.
to play
Close.
one turn.
Button.
Like,
Settings. Button.
Play one round, and yeah, it's just a quick demo. So I think I'm just play one round, and I'm gonna stop the recording.
Help. Button.
So basically, I don't know if it's explained or not. You have basically star system. So the fastest, I mean, the more fruit you capture with less utensils, the more star you get. So just don't let your enemies catch your fruits more than 2 or 1. I mean, I could say more than 1, like because if they capture more than 1, then the probability for you to get 3 stars is less.
Play Battlefield. Button. Play.
Okay.
44. Close. Button. 44. New recipe.
So this is my current level. I'm on 44. So I don't think I'm gonna play this just. Okay, I can. I think I can. Okay, I think I can. Yeah.
44. New recipe.
Never mind.
Start. Button. Recipe 44. White banana versus Admiral ravioli. Passion for pineapple. Pineapples. Ice cube 2. Give up. Button.
So I give up.
Recipe
button.
44. White banana versus Admiral ravioli. Passion for pineapple.
This is the
Pineapples.
computer player.
Ice cube 2. Tongue 5. Blender 3. Spoon 3. Knife 6.
that's the-
Fork 100. Push shake to shuffle your fruits.
That's
And
the
start when ready.
utensils that I get.
Drawer.
for
Button.
this level.
Shake. Start. Button. Shake your board. Shake your board. Start. Button. Start.
Press start.
White starts the game. Good luck.
White says start the game.
Your
Good luck.
turn.
Okay,
Arsenal.
Whites is
Tongue
me.
5. Blender 3. Spoon 3. Knife 6. Fork 100.
So basically, in the first level, you have grade A,
D1 out. C3. Button.
A
Actions
until
available.
H, and 1 until 8. And now it's
Opponent's game. G9. Button.
yeah,
Opponent's game.
it's the same.
H9. Button.
Now I have H9.
Actions available.
Because the more level you play, it will become bigger. The grade of the board. So if you hear this, wait,
F1. A1. Button. C1 out.
C1 out, for example, that means you cannot do anything to C1 because it's out. Like, yeah, you have nothing to do with it. So just if you want to use a blender, so just don't target that cell. Like if you want to use blender, since
H1.
it says
D1. B1. C1 out.
C1
Button.
out, so you just don't launch your blender on C2 because it will be waste. Instead, you can launch on C3 or B3 or whatever. Just don't launch at those places that you hear it already says miss or out or captured. It will be a waste of utensil. So if you tap on the right side of your screen, right middle.
Opponent's game board summary. Admiral Ravioli. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. 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 No fruits hit.
Alright, so that means I have to locate them. Like, there are no fruits hit at the moment. So, the way you select the utensil to fire is you're gonna focus on one square that you want to attack, and you have to use swipe up or swipe down to select your utensil, just like you're using the action mode in voiceover. Yeah, so now I think
C3. A2. Button. A1. Button. D1 out. B1.
okay,
Button.
since C1 is
Action.
out,
D1 out. C1 out.
so
Button.
I'm gonna start
A3. Button.
launching my blender.
A5. B5.
No,
A5.
spoon
Button.
on
C5. B5. Button.
because
Actions of
no.
B3. But B2. B3. Button.
yeah, B3.
D3. C3. Button. C2. But C3. B3. B2.
So now I'm
Button.
checking
B3. A3. A2.
There's
Button.
out cell.
A3. B3. Button.
I'm gonna launch at
Actions
B3.
available. Knife. Spoon. Tongue. Spoon. White uses spoon and misses, locates 2 parts of fruits around B3. Admiral's turn. Admiral
Locate
uses spoon
two
and
part-
misses, locates 0 parts of fruits
two
around
part
E4.
Again,
Your
two
turn.
part on
Arsenal.
B,
D
around
E2. C3. D B3 miss. Button.
B3. Okay.
Act B5. B4. Button. B5. Button. Actions available. B4. B5. Button. A5. B5. A5. A6. A7. B5. C5. B5.
So let's
Knife.
try launch a
Spoon.
blender on
Tongue.
B5.
Blender. Blender and hits fruit at B4. B5. B6. C4. C6. Admiral's turn. Admiral uses knife and hits fruit at H8. I7.
This square is like
Your turn. Arsenal.
Braille
Tongue 5.
Y.
Blender 2. Spoon 2. Knife 6. Fork 100.
Look.
E6. C5 miss. B3 miss. C4. B4. A. C4 half. C3. C4 half. C5 miss. C6 half pineapple. B6 half pine. B5 half pine. B4 half pineapples. C4 half pineapples. C5 miss.
Miss
Button.
and
C6 half
C6.
pineapple slice caught.
So
Button.
it's like a Braille
Actions available.
Y Braille shape. So yeah, I mean don't expect this in all fruits because they can be different. So I have captured the first pineapple. So if I tap the summary on the edge right corner, edge right middle.
Opponent's game board summary. Admiral Ravioli. Half pineapple slice. Caught. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. No fruits hit.
Okay, no fruit hit. Okay. So now we have to try to locate again.
Your H5, J, K, J5, L5, K5, L5, button.
So look, now I have
Actions
L
available.
on L, L9 here. So the first time you played, it's until H8 only.
F5, H4, button. H5, F6, E6, D, C6 half, D6, button. E6, button. Actions available. Not spoon.
Yay.
White uses spoon and hits fruit at E6. Locates 3 parts of fruits around E6.
There.
Admiral's turn.
Locate 3
Admiral
parts
uses
against
blender and
E6.
misses. Your I7, J, G, F5, E5, E6 fruit hit, button, E7, F7, F6, E6, E6 fruit hit, E5, button. E6 fruit hit, E7, button. F6, E6, D6, button, C6 half, D6, button, C6 half pineapple, E6 fruit hit, but F6, E6, D6, button.
So you can try to use a pawn
Actions
if you want
available.
to, like if you want to take a risk, but let's try fork.
D6. White uses fork and misses.
So if you want
Admiral's
to
turn.
just double tap.
Admiral uses spoon and misses, locates 2 parts of fruits around K4. Your turn. R F5 button.
So now, since I hit a
Actions
fruit,
available.
and you can tap the info again, which is on the right edge on the middle.
Opponent's game board summary. Admiral Ravioli. Half pineapple slice. Caught. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. Fruits hit at E6.
Fruit hit at E6. So if you hit like this, so keep focus surrounding E6. Like because you already know, oh, I hit the fruit on E6. So let's just focus on this square.
F7, E7, button, E6 fruit hit, but E5, button, E7, but E6 fruit hit, button, E7, button, knife, tongue. Uses tongue and hits fruit at G6, E7, F6, G7, catches half, Admiral's turn. Admiral uses blender and hits fruit at H4,
Okay.
I4. Your turn. Opponent's game board summary. Admiral Ravioli. Half pineapple slice. Caught. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Caught. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. No fruits hit.
Alright, so I have 2 more pineapples to catch, and the computer have 4 left to catch. So I hope the computer will not catch any of mine.
H7. G6 half pineapple slice caught. I6. But J6. But K1. Button. J1 out. Button. J3. J2. J3. Button.
One out.
J2. I2. J2. K2. Button. J3. Button. Knife. Spoon. White uses spoon and misses, locates 0 parts of fruits around J3.
Okay.
Admiral's turn. Admiral uses blender and hits ice cube at E5.
Okay, goodbye.
Your
So he will
turn.
be frozen
Arsenal.
because
Tongue 4. Blender 2.
He hit
Spoon
the-
0. Knife 6. Fork 99.
ice cube. So I mislocated on
I2. J2. Button. J1 out. J2. J3 miss. Button.
J3?
K. L3. But K3. Button. J3. I3. Button.
so I don't have to look at
Actions available. J2. I2. Button.
I2,
I1 out. J1 out.
J2,
K2.
and
Button.
K2
Actions available.
until I4, J4, and
J2,
K4 because
button.
they are empty here. So
Actions
because
available.
I just scan and it just located 0 fruit. So for now, I have no spoons left. I will try my luck, which I will try to cut with knife and see if I can get some pieces. Okay. So that's basically how you play.
D8, D5, C5 miss, E, F5, G5, H5, button, knife.
There.
White uses knife and hits fruit at G4.
See,
Admiral is
cut
frozen.
on H5 and it goes
Your
to
turn.
G4.
Arsenal. Tongue 4.
So it goes diagonally.
G, F6, G7 half, F5, E5, E, F6, G6 half pineapple, F6, G5, G4 fruit hit, button. G3, button. Tongue, tongue. Uses tongue and hits fruit at G2, F2, G3, F4, catches half pine, Admiral's turn, Admiral uses spoon and
Okay, I
misses
have one
locates
more
2
part
opponent's game board summary.
to find.
Your turn. Opponent's game board summary. Admiral ravioli. Half pineapple slice. Caught. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Caught. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Caught. 5 cells. Half pineapple slice. Hidden. 5 cells. No fruits hit. Your turn. J6. H6.
So if
Button.
you tap on the
Actions
middle,
available.
middle
Your
of the
turn.
screen,
Arsenal. Tongue.
you will hit this thing.
Your turn. Arsenal. Tongue 3. Blender 2. Spoon 0. Knife 5.
That's
Fork
the
99.
Also, that's the utensil I have left. So now let's locate the last fruit. Where it is?
H6. G F6. G7. E D5. C4. D5. D6 miss. D5. E5. F5. G5. G4. E F5. E3. C3. D3. Button. Knife.
Okay, miss.
White uses knife and misses. Admiral's turn. Admiral uses tongue and F2 half. F3. Your turn. F E3. D3 miss. C3. B3 miss. D3 miss. E3. E4. E3. D3. D4. C D3. D2. Button. C3. C D5. B5 half. B6 half. A7. B7. D7. Button. D9 out. E7 half. C7. B7. C7. Knife.
Yeah.
White
got
uses
you.
knife and hits fruit at D8. Admiral's turn. Admiral uses
D8.
tongue and misses. Your G E F G H H E D7 button D8 E8 D8 C8 but E F7 D E8 D8 fruit hit E8 button D7 button D8 for D7 but C7 miss but D7 button knife tongue blender. White uses blender and hits fruit at C8 D7 Admirals uses tongue and hits fruit at J5
fine.
J4 H5 catches half pineapples. Your turn. G8 F7 E F7 D E7 half pineapple slide E8 opponent's game board summary. Admiral ravioli half pineapple slice caught 5 cells half pineapple slice caught 5 cells half pineapple slice caught 5 cells half pineapple slice hidden 5 cells fruits hit at C8 D7 D8 E6 half C D6 C6 half pine D6 miss C6 half C7 D7 fruit hit C7 miss D7 E7 half pine D7 fruit D8 fruit hit E8 miss D8 C8 fruit hit B8 button not blender tongue.
There, I win.
Results. You win. You got 3 stars.
Yay.
Next. Next.
So yeah,
Button.
that's
Next.
basically how you play this game.
45. Close. Button.
So yeah.
45. New recipe. 44. Passion for pineapple. 3 stars. 43. Tempting taste of green grapes. 3 stars.
So I think I will stop the recording here. So basically all they're doing is just like this until yeah. I mean sometimes this game get
App
addictive,
switcher.
but
Closing battle fruit. Be my eyes.
in my case I cannot like play it for too long because it will get port for me eventually. So yeah, this is one of the fun game for me, and thank you for who suggesting me to do this.
Control
I mean to
center.
play
Air
this.
selected. Screen recording
So
button.
I hope you guys like
Actions available.
this video. Don't forget to leave your comment or any if you have any suggestion. And as always, yeah, goodbye.